The Gloucester and Boston Schooner Adventure. The late historian and prolific Gloucester writer Joe Garland called the National Historic Landmark Schooner Adventure the old Ironsides of the North Atlantic fisheries. Adventure is the last of the Gloucester and Boston dory fishing schooners and the biggest producer and moneymaker of any vessel during the years she fished, with a total earnings of $4.5 million in 38 years. Her first master was Captain Jeff Thomas, a native of Ayrshire, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, who had her built in 1926 and whose life came to an end in her pilot house while at sea in March of 1934. Her second skipper, Captain Leo Hines, whose fisherman's nickname was In and Out Hines because he made so many fishing trips out of Boston Harbor and back in again, was a capable Newfoundlander who fished her until 1953, when Adventure's fishing career came to an end. Though sea-worn and battered, she was still seaworthy, but her crew of old men had worn out. A partnership bought Adventure in 1954, removed the engine and the bulkheads, built staterooms in the fish hold and engine room, and sailed her out of Rockland, Maine, in the Windjammer schooner trade under Captain Dayton Newton. In 1965, at the age of 31, Captain Jim Sharp bought her and sailed her as a windjammer out of Camden, Maine, cruising the coast of Maine for 24 years, much to the delight of hundreds of paying passengers. In 1988, Captain Sharp sailed her back to her home port of Gloucester and gave her as a gift to the citizens of Gloucester to be restored and sailed as a monument to the fishing industry. Restoration of historic vessels requires thousands of hours of hard work and a vast amount of money gained through federal, public, and private grants, as well as a volunteer force through the years that can truly be called the finest kind. My late father, Gordon Thomas, was extremely proud of Adventure. She was his favorite, having named her when he was 15 years old for his father, Captain Jeff. His 12-year-old sister, Natalie, christened her in 1926. Gordon was her first biographer. Schooner Adventure belongs to the citizens of Gloucester, who are indeed fortunate to have her back in the mother port of the fishermen as a piece of her historic maritime legacy.